suffer from, I said depression already, right? But depression, bipolar, a low self-esteem, people that procrastinate, there was five other things that I constantly zone into, um, so it's depression, bipolar. Well, bipolar is two because there's bipolar 1 and then there's bipolar 2. Okay, so depression. Oh, anxiety. What's shit? I said them all and I forgot. Okay, anxiety. Procrastination.
Yeah.
That's because everybody procrastinates. I mean, whew, I met a lot of people that freaking procrastinate in a lot of things. And self-esteem. Because so many people that I've spoken to in the past, again, they have such a low self-esteem that it creates anxiety, and then they procrastinate on all of their, on life itself.
Yeah. So the concept is so clear that you are not here to post something on Facebook or LinkedIn, right?
No,
You are here to whatever, you should have a clear cut objective. Let me define that your objective. You are posting on Facebook not to entertain people or not to present yourself alone, but to collect a group of audience who are aligned with your content strategy, who are aligned with your message. And your intention is to get them like your content, think deeper into their own personal problems, and finally connect with you and have a talk with you. And there you will be offering your strategic consulting, and finally you will be selling your coaching program. That is the reason we are on Facebook. That must be your objective. So when whatever you post on Facebook, right? So it must, or LinkedIn, whatever the platform you use, it must have a clear cut objective.
It must have a what?
Clear cut objective. Yeah.
Oh, now we went into purpose.
Yes.
Okay.
So what to post on Facebook? The one kind of post is lifestyle posters.
Oh, yeah.
So, people don't pay money to a stranger, right?
Right.
So they must know you. How do they know you? We can't come and meet you in personally, but through your posters. So sometimes this is the best way to connect with somebody, posting lifestyle posters. So the purpose of lifestyle posters that allow people to get to know you, like you, and trust you. People do business with the people who do they like or trust.
Right.
So always posting a lot of stuff won't get it. You must be showing yourself, your authenticity. That is the reason I advise you to go for live events sometimes. Go for live every Saturday. Live talking.
Oh, live. Oh, yeah. God. Okay. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Go live every Saturday.
Yeah. So you can speak about mental health. You can speak about how to recover from trauma. You can speak about how to have purpose. I mean, this is your area of expertise. So related to your area of expertise, you can speak. That is lifestyle post. When you are live, I am going to see you, the real person behind the screen. I'm going to see you where you live, kind of stuff. Right? So off and on you post lifestyle posters on Facebook and LinkedIn. Don't go to LinkedIn. Don't go to Instagram. Don't go to any other platform. Less is more. Pick one platform, build an audience, connect with them, have conversations, and get some clients, establish yourself. Don't run around everything. The second kind of posters, I'm going to share you even my content bank too, so you can see what is all it is. So the second kind of posters you have to post is value posters. Sometimes you post about lifestyle posters, that is about you post your car, you post your house, you post your party, you post your meeting, and that's all. You post your training room kind of stuff. All that all shows that who you are. Now you come to value post. What is exactly value post? Value post is something that where you teach something your audience who wants to learn and to build your credibility and authority. When you speak about mental health issues, as a person who helps people to get out of the trauma, then I understand you. Oh, this lady is full of knowledge, and she gives real practical suggestions, and this is really helpful. And then I start believing you as an authority, you as a person with the credibility in that particular subject. Yeah, people hire only people with specialized knowledge. So how do you tell the world that you are a person with specialized knowledge?
By posting things that are related to my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, my 7 specialties. But I'm not going to write a post about the 7, in a row. I'm going to write, daily about 1 at a time, right?
Yeah. So you write about anxiety today and how to get out of it, and what are the issues of complications of being anxious, and how it affects the physical health, mental health, emotional health, and all those kinds. You can speak a lot about the content. You can research on Google, you read books and collect the data and write a precise content and post in Facebook as this is your value post. And there are people who will definitely like it. And then people look at you as an authority, as a credible person in that particular area. Then they feel like talking with you. Yeah, okay, I want to talk to this woman about this issue. So the prime concern is not to post anything that you feel or your emotional problems.
No, never.
If you are sad, you be sad, but don't post in Facebook like normal people do, because you say I am sad and depressed, and when you say and you want to help people in people who are depressed, so it will be real bad thing. Yeah. So this is what you have to do. Let's go with the third one. Third level of posters. Every day you can't sit and write value posters with 500 words. Right? Every day you can't post your selfies.
If you go to my Facebook, I normally, I go to Pinterest. I don't know if you use that. Pinterest. And it gives like a lot of quotes. Let me see if I can move my camera for a second. Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay. So like my visionary board. So I get a lot of that information. I get it through Pinterest. And what I do is I save it as a file and then I post it to my Facebook, because it's a lot of versus me, rearranging the words are already there. The keywords of the quotes, so this was my favorite one. Keep your thoughts positive because your thoughts become your words.
Yeah.
And on my, and this should be on my life coach, email address, because I put it on my my personal email address. I put keep your values positive because your values become your destiny.
Yeah.
So things like that I post on Postbook. And so actually one that I just saw today, which is I'm gonna write down, is the best way to create your future is by creating it. And it's from Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I put that down. Like, I don't use it as my quote because I can get sued for that. I use it as, inspirational quotes. But I haven't posted it yet because I thought about it. I saw it this morning and I'm like, that would be something good to put in my box.
So here is something I want to, quotes get more people into your world. Quotes attracts more people. So that is the way you can build your authority. That is the way you can build an audience. And it is easy. And if you have the real ability, you make your quotes yourself. You can copy from people and give the credit. But if you have that thoughts running inside your brain, something that really connects, then you can use it as your own quotes too. But point is that don't post 24/7, in the sense all 7 days. If you post only quotes on Facebook, you may get a lot of engagement, but you will never get clients because people entertain it. They don't get any other value, or you don't make them think. So this is only for maybe once in a week or twice in a week, or maybe you don't know what to post. You don't have content today. Then this is the point you can post. But most important thing is that you must be producing value posters that teach people, teach your audience something. That only will help you to create your credibility. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So the other most important thing is that you must be posting every day till you build an authority, till you get a brand. I would say for next 365 days, make a commitment that you will be posting every day.
Every day.
And that too related to your area of expertise. Don't post everything. Suppose you post J. Abraham's how to deal with your credit crunch. Post quotation, you are going to lose it.
But can't I use that quote and in the bottom write something translate that quote?
Yeah, you can. Okay. So what I mean is that you quote things when you post something that must be related to your area of expertise. People must connect that quotation also into the area that you are representing. So I'm a business coach, so I post about business wisdom. If I post about mental health, people think, what happens to Gilson? This guy is talking about mental health. He's a business coach. They can't relate it to me with that one. That is what I mean.
No. Relate to quote, always. Always, and describe how this affects people. Describe what services I can provide. So now it connects me to the quote.
Yeah. So there is something that, if you give a lot of training to people always, if you provide consistent value, consistently you give value posters and talk seriously, people lose interest in it. Because when we teach something, if you are showing me a movie, I may stick on to it. But if you teach me brain science, I get bored and leave you. Isn't it? So when you are building your audience, sometimes you post something for entertaining your audience,
Oh.
Not always serious posters, not always about life, not always about quotations.
So give me an example about bringing the audience to entertainment. I don't understand that.
Or maybe you can share a video of you walking in the evening in a prairie with your dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you can speak about your weekend. Maybe you
Right.
can speak about a picture of sunrise. Maybe you can speak about, share a picture of a glass of wine. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean that whatever, it must be, vigilant. I don't say posting a pics from the bar drunk. I mean,
No.
vigilant one.
Like if I'm
Okay.
in my office, I'll have like a Cabernet or something, and I'll be holding it and talking to the camera. Maybe taking a little, like a quick, like lip flip.
Yeah.
That's what we call it. Like, just wet your lips with it, and just kind of describe a little bit about how this wine makes you feel, the tasting about it. Explain
Yeah.
how. Again, it's
Do
all
it.
about kind of expressing but not encouraging people, to drink, you know what I mean? Because there might be some alcoholics that, that go into my website, but I'll have to make that clear on my video. This is not for
Yeah.
people that have, a drinking problem, because I personally don't. I just like to have like a glass of wine to unwind my week. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
just kind of keep it simple, kind of keep it short, and get people to kind of relate with me. And I'm sure people will respond to that, like, oh yeah, I do the same, I like to do the
Yeah.
same thing. I think that maybe, drinking a drink or something, or I can talk about,
Maybe
oh, I
even,
took my mom.
are you fond of cooking something? Do you make any dishes or something on weekends?
I have no idea how to cook, but I can actually say, like, well, okay, last night my mom and I went out to dinner. We had a nice glass
Yeah.
of wine.
Yeah.
We ordered our favorite plates, and we really enjoyed the evening. And
Yeah.
it was quite lovely
Share
weather.
share those moments also with your audience. So I am going to have a personal connection with you. I'm going to read about those stuff. I'm going to understand you as a person of authority, credibility, human angle, everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like a robot, which just talks and talks and
Right.
talks about what, I do. It's more about connecting personally with my audience. So then they see me as a person, not just as like I'm trying to sell them coaching,
Right.
coaching, coaching.
People do two kinds of mistake. There are one kind of people, they always sell things. They are salesmen. Hey, they always speak about, I am going to help. You can see in Facebook a lot of people. I'm going to help 7 people to make 30K in 90 days. I'm going to
Oh, yeah,
offer my coaching kind of stuff. Now, if you are
that's exactly.
always into selling, people will eventually hate you.
I'm serious. Like that's exactly what Tony Robbins does. Like he just sells, 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 sells. Like, for 10 weeks, for $2,000, and we break the payment to $495 each, which comes out to like more than 2,000, whatever. And and in 10 weeks you're gonna become the best coach ever. And I just don't find that to be well, when he does his videos, he gives a lot of examples of how things have affected him, like,
Yeah.
he was like one thing, like he's like, well, I was able to coach Oprah, I was able to coach Clinton, I was able to go. And I'm like, that's not really connecting to the audience. You know what I mean? That's like just kind of bragging. And I don't like that. It's more kind of like I want to personalize it more. Like I said, like last night I had dinner with my mom. We went to this restaurant in 91 New York, and we had a lovely night. We sat outside. It was a breezy night, very comfortable, and we really enjoyed our food and our glass of wine. And that's, and just keep it like a 2 or 3 minute, type of video. And so people won't get, I'm not blabbing. So what I need to do actually is write out my content before I go into video, practice it to make sure that, to make sure that people relate.
Yeah. These two people fail. The people who always speak about selling, they will fail. The people who speak always about a personal thing, they will also fail. So it must be a moderate one. You will be talking about the personal things, and sometimes you will be offering your coaching program. You will be selling, and then you will be giving value post without expecting anything. Then you will be posting about your personal posters. Then you will be posting about your sales program, I mean selling program. You will be talking about selling your coaching program. So you have to do in a moderate one. This is a very tested and working methodology. I'm going to share you 10 stages of posting content that would truly glue your clients or audience into you, and that guide you in a momentum. When you get the momentum, maybe 30 to 90 days it will take to build an audience, but that is going to get you real people connected to you, and they will get you into talking. So this is what entertainment posters. And the fifth one is story posters. See, everybody likes to listen a new story. And everybody in this world having stories, a personal story of depression, a personal story of success, a personal story, a story of emotional crisis, mental crisis, health crisis, a personal story of love, affection, betrayal, everything. So good storytellers really make money.
Okay, so now let's do an example. So here I post a story and I can say, you know, I was I had a 45-minute free session with a client, and they were very depressed, and these are the steps that okay.
You can say how I helped that 28-year-old woman to find her purpose and come to a new life from the abusive boyfriend. So I don't say that you to make up some story. I say when you have the real life experience, you can really speak to them. See, I want to share you one story I wrote. Like, I had a sales call with a person, and he said, I don't have money, I can't join with you. And after 30 days or something, all of a sudden, when I checked my account number, I got a message that my bank account is credited with 30K. That's in Indian currency. And after that, I got a call, and I don't have that number saved. And then he told me, hey, Jilson, I just transferred you the money. Let us begin the coaching program. So what happens, the man who said no at the moment 30 days back, and I lost his faith on him, and I believed that he is not going to join my training program. And after that, 30 days, he came to join my training program. He transferred money and spoke about training. So I wrote about it, that it is never ever lose faith on, or never ever give up on anyone, because we don't know when someone is going to turn their life into greatness. So that is the lesson that man taught me, because I thought he doesn't have money, he is not going to join with me, it is useless to keep up the relationship with him. But he corrected me. So that is a real story which happened in my life. So I spoke about, next day I wrote a story about that story, I shared with my audience. So many people commented, yeah, don't ever give up anyone. Everybody has a time. People will come back to us. Let us keep building relationship, kind of, that builds my audience entertained. And that will keep my audience to me that Jilson is an authoritative person. He's a genuine person who shares the genuine insights. Once I wrote a story about how I signed up my first client when I started coaching. 30 days of meeting people, talking people sending messages, and taking them into sales call. And finally, nobody said yes. And I was depressed. I wanted to go back to my job. And one person said, share me your PayPal ID. Then I sent him my PayPal ID without expecting anything.
And what do you mean your PayPal? What does that mean?
What is that? PayPal?
Paper ID. What does that mean?
PayPal, my payment sharing.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I
Payment
apologize.
sharing link. And 3 a.m. in India, when I went to bed, I all of a sudden I got a message and it says your account has been credited 1,000 USD. That was a moment of breathtaking moment, because I have been working harder for 30 days without any hope, and I was starving for the last 3 months with zero money. And when I started this journey, I'm first person who just transferred money, and that is the moment which changed my life. So I
Now,
wrote a story in Facebook. I posted about it, burning your bridges and scrapping your plan B. So I had no plan B, only plan A. That is what I'm going to be a full-time coach, and I stick on it. And it took 90 days, 3 months to get my first client. But I'm happy that in 3 months I made my 3 months salary. And since then, I never looked back. I believe in this process and go on. So do you understand? These kinds of story will really connect our audience. So I want you to write your story. Everything is a story. The moment you had an argument with your partner or mother, and what is the outcome of that argument, what it taught you, what will happen if you acted in another way. So be a little more creative. Write about your story. And this is in a week, one day you can post. That is your story.
yeah.
Right?
So, for example, I can just be like, I was, I can just kind of give an example of how I was in a toxic relationship and with my husband, and then we just, we kind of decided to separate just to kind of give us time to, really think about our priorities when it came to our relationship. I moved out of the house because I just couldn't take the talk, I couldn't take the bad words. I couldn't take the stress that he was putting upon me as I was studying cognitive behavioral skills. So I decided, to move, find my own, small space, just to give me the opportunity to kind of focus on my business, to dedicate to people that suffer from depression, anxiety, stuff like that, right? Would that be something like a story?
Yeah, you can write that. You can take one part of it and write a story. But there must be an objective. What is the objective of telling your story to the audience? Not to get the sympathy. You see, people tell stories to get sympathy. But we are, as a coach, we do a business, and your objective of your story is how you overcome your struggles and become successful, how you found your path or purpose in life. And connecting my story to you, I'm going to help you to overcome your pain and to find your purpose and become successful in your life.
Yeah.
And so let us have a talk. Right? That is with a clear call of action, CTA. In the end of the story, you must drive your audience to book a call with you.
That's exactly what we say. That's how I end it. Let's have a talk. Please schedule your free appointment at on the Calendly link and pick a good time where we can discuss how you can relate to the story or what's going on in your life. I think what's going on in your life actually sounds a lot better than
what's going on in your life. And let's have a talk. Don't think that you have nobody to share. If you want to share your pain, I am always open to listen. Book a call with me, because in the call, we are not going to sell anything. We are going to learn their story, listen their problems, and suggest them a solution. And they say, hey, I want to work with you. I want to overcome this permanently. How can you help? That is the way we work, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is very powerful. Your fifth kind of posting in Facebook. This is applicable in any platform. If you are posting in LinkedIn, follow this platform. Follow this track methods. If you are in Facebook, follow it. If you are in Instagram, follow it. If you are in Twitter, follow it. It applies in every platform. But do in one particular platform and build an audience, then you can make it up. Right? I guess you are clear on this stage. Let's go with the next one. The sixth level of posters is that engagement posters. So we need to reach out to more people. Facebook algorithm has to understand that you are posting something that people really find values. When Facebook algorithm understand that, it shows to many people your posters. So how is it possible? The more likes you get, the more comments you get, more engagements you get, will take your posters and profile into more people. And also that will be related audience or the audience who are having similar interests. So what you have to do is that sometimes you have to post engagement posters. So what is an engagement post? Engagement post is probably questions. So you will be asking questions. So what is your method of getting out of and being happy when you are depressed? Then some people type, I read books, I listen music, I go for a walking, kind of stuff. So that question, people who are interested will answer it, right? Mm-hmm. So such a way you ask questions. In Facebook groups, you can conduct even surveys. So for example, I will be conducting this kind of surveys. So to be happy, what would you suggest? A, reading a book. B, watching a movie. 3, playing with a pet. So somebody will say real happiness is with playing with a pet rather than watching a movie. Or some people, it depends on, people will answer. But that question, that post is an engagement post, and so many people are going to engage with it. So automatically people are going to see your profile, people are going to see your content, people are going to see what you are selling online, people are going to see you as an authority. Gradually you become into, your momentum starts. You see a hell lot of people sending friend request to you and being in your friend list. Then you can invite them to like your page, or then you can invite them into message to your website. Then you can send them your ebook to download. Then you can invite them for invite them into your group. We can do a lot of stuff. We need to do all those things. But the basics of it all, it is, you have 170 friends now. You have the ability to get 5,000 friends. So all you have to do is this: post this way, day, and send friend request, connection request to day after day after day after.
So another question that I have for you, so like when you click on like a person, like you would click under hypothetically you, and you are just a regular person, you're not a coach, you're not anything like that. Can I go onto their friend list and request to be friends with their friends?
Yes, why not?
That be like not not tolerated?
Okay, some people don't accept, some people will accept, and there is something that I do also. I frequently unfriend people also.
You unfriend?
Yeah, I'm not only sending friend request, and frequently, people don't engage with my content. People don't bother about my postings. People don't, people I think are not aligned with my purpose in online. So I unfriend them. Okay. There are people who are from Philippines, people from Bangladesh sending me friend request and sending me pics kind of stuff, and do propose me something kind of. This happens. There are so many people who propose me with the cryptocurrencies kind of stuff. Gradually, I just unfriend them. I keep on doing that refining. I am here always to find some new people and talk, and finally sell my program. Again, find some new people and talk. When I talk, I found you are no longer interested and you don't care me, then I just unfriend you and leave you and find a new people. It is a continual process. Right? So keep posting engagement posters.
Okay.
Let's get into 7th one.
Okay.
This is social proofs and results posters. It takes you time. So whoever you offer your, at least even if you offer a free session, ask them for a feedback. Whoever you offer a one coaching session for free, ask them for a feedback. Whoever you talk, ask them for a written feedback. Whoever you coach, ask them for a feedback. Whoever you give a training program, complete training program, ask them for a feedback, and ask them what happened in their life. Ask them how your coaching benefited them. Ask them what made them to take action, and get a feedback. You can call it proofs or testimonials or feedback, whatever it is. But collect that and write about something and post a screenshot of it.
Now, how do you take a screenshot from your keyboard?
You can have a print section, control plus print section in the top.
Hold on, CTRL. Print would be
print SC.
SE?
The top after backspace and delete left and insert and left print sec.
Oh, I have the printer symbol here.
Yeah.
Okay, I tried taking a picture of us right now.
Control plus print sec, then automatically it will take a screenshot. Then you go to desktop and save it.
Control plus
print sec. PRTSC. Can you see that? In the top line.
Oh, print screen.
Yeah. After the F12 button on keyboard, you can see. After the F12 button, you can see FPRTSC. Okay, I will show you. I will guide you. In another way, I will guide you. Leave it. I think I got a call and net issues. Are you still there?